All right, we're back for the final week of the Open. It is 22.3 and we have some gymnastics finally. The rep scheme is a descending rep scheme, but the movements become more complex and the barbell is going to get a little bit heavier each round. Now, we do also have double unders. So this is a triplet. You're going to do pull-ups, double unders, thrusters, and then the second round is chest to bar, double unders, thrusters, and the third round is bar muscle-ups, double unders, thrusters. The double unders is not a massive amount of reps, so you've got 42, then 36, then 30. However, the double unders will inject a nice amount of shoulder fatigue for a workout that is already very shoulder heavy, and it will mean that you're going to get to your thrusters gassed, okay? It's just enough reps to get there feeling a little bit out of breath and huffing and puffing and probably not want to pick up your bar. But I want you to focus on knowing, hey, I'm going to just pick up my bar and I'm going to start catching my breath as I'm moving. So this idea of like, hey, breathe while you move, okay? We can recover while we move. And the thrusters, if you can find a nice rhythm where you aren't rushing, you aren't like in this panic frenzy of like, I'm gonna get through these. I want you to just settle into a rhythm and make sure that you're breathing at the top of each rep and as you come down, okay? So you can actually catch your breath in the thrusters. What we'll probably see in this workout is two types of people. One that does not have a bar muscle up, okay? So that person is gonna try and get through as much of this workout as possible in the 12-minute cap, and essentially bank time to make some really good either attempts at bar muscle ups or get out as many as they are capable of. And that will probably be in singles, okay, for a lot of us. So for that person, my recommendation is do not sprint the beginning. As much as you'll want to have a maximum amount of time at the end of this workout before you get to the cap to go crazy trying to get bar muscle ups, the reality is you only need 1 or 2 minutes. 2 minutes would be really nice. You can recover a little bit from the workout and you'll also have enough time to put in some really good quality attempts. But if you had, say, 4 or 5 minutes, which sounds like a lot more time, you're going to fatigue in making attempts, okay? So don't underestimate your ability to absolutely crash and burn while you're trying to get bar muscle ups. You're not going to have that many really high quality attempts or reps at the end of this workout. So killing yourself to get the workout done as fast as possible may not really pay out because you're still only going to have a handful of good quality reps to actually make some of those attempts at the end. Now, the other athlete is the athlete that's got bar muscle ups, that knows that they are totally capable of these gymnastics movements. The volume might be challenging, but it's not going to stop them. They are looking at finishing this workout in under the time cap. So for that athlete, what you are going to need to think about is, how am I going to break this? Because the 21 pull-ups and the 18 chest to bar, as much as we probably look at those and go, okay, well, it's just one set and then I'm done and I move on, it is still going to add up by the time you get to the end of this workout. You're 10 minutes deep, you've got to do 15 bar muscle ups, plus you've had some double unders, so your shoulders are fatigued and your lungs are bleeding, and then you've also been doing thrusters, okay? So just know that you will get to the bar muscle ups, like you will be hurting, you will be in the pain cave, and what you do in the previous reps or the previous movements is going to be the ticket that allows you to move well and move smooth and get through some big chunks of bar muscle ups at the end. So what my recommendation might be is, hey, the pull-ups and the chest to bar, do at least 2 sets. You may even break it down to 3 sets and have a bit of an idea on like, hey, okay, if my plan A is to do 2 sets, I might try and do 15 and then 6 on the 21s. And then on the 18s, I might do 9 and 9, or try and get a bigger chunk out, maybe 12, okay? And then do a smaller final set. However, if plan A doesn't seem to pan out by the time you get to the chest bar, have a backup plan B in your pocket. So it's like, look, if you know that you're not going to get 9 out, rather than resting to try to recover enough to get a really big set of chest bar, just jump on and see what you can do, okay? If you can get 5, that's a really nice set. Do 3 sets of 5 and then a final set of 3 at the end. It would be better for you to just jump on and get some movement out and jump off and do small sets, rather than resting for a really long time because you've committed to doing this big chunk of 9, but you're just really fatigued at the moment and you gotta wait and you gotta shake out your arms, you gotta chalk out more. Like, there's gonna be a lot of fluffing about there. So I would advise you to, hey, have that plan B, jump on and just do it in smaller sets to allow yourself to continue to move. And the thing is when you're doing smaller sets, yes, you're gonna be jumping off the bar more, but there will be less time under tension. There'll be less hanging onto the bar, and that could be advantageous by the time you get to the bar muscle ups, okay? If you're feeling the fatigue in the chest to bar, so much so that you can't do big sets, doing small sets will be in your favor because you still got to get through your bar muscle ups. With the thrusters, everybody is going to get to the thruster with their heart rate jacked up, okay? The double unders, I don't want you to underestimate those. As much as it is a small chunk in terms of the reps, it is going to be just that like little jack up of your heart rate that you really don't want before you have to pick up a bar to do thrusters. So just know that that's coming. Just have that in the back of your brain. Hey, I'm gonna feel my heart rate after doing the pull-ups and doing the double unders. And when I get to the bar, it's not gonna be something that I want to do at that time, okay? So it's gonna be a little bit of a opportunity for you to practice some self-talk and think, okay, I'm going to be hurting, it's going to be uncomfortable, and that's okay. What I can do right now is I can step up to my bar, set my feet in position, be ready to go, get that bar into my hands, take a breath, and then go. And as I'm moving, I'm gonna try and settle in and try and catch my breath as I go, okay? So rather than being gassed and being thrown by it and it being a surprise, know that you are going to get to this point where you are kind of at maxed out heart rate and you're gonna have to pick up the bar before you want to. And that might be your affirmation. It's one of my favorites. Go before you want to, because it just reminds me that, hey, you know what? I'm not going to want to lift this bar. I'm not going to want to do the next rep. I'm not going to want to jump up onto the bar. I'm going to have to go before I want to. So if you can have that reminder, and every time you approach the bar, or every time you approach the pull-up bar, that's a trigger for you to go, I'm not going to want to go. Here I am, I don't want to do this. I'm about to start negotiating with myself. So the deal is just go before you want to. If you can have some kind of affirmation or self-talk mantra throughout this workout, that's going to help you just kind of stay on the ball with this movement, all right? With this workout, sorry. So go into this workout knowing, hey, I'm either going to try and get to the end with 1 or 2 minutes to tackle some bar muscle ups, or I'm going to be aiming to get through the whole workout, but I'm just going to be smart with the rounds of 21 and 18 on the pull-up bar, even in the thrusters, because the last round, a lot of people in the announcement were losing so much time on that last set of thrusters, because that's, right at the end in terms of being tired and fatigued, that's where you will feel it the most. So the goal, and like what I would encourage you to push yourself to do, is those last 15 thrusters, fucking go for it. You will have a choice at that point to go or not to go. And I'm telling you, you need to go. On those 15 thrusters, if you can go unbroken and just hold the fuck onto that bar, even if it means you have to rest here, even if you have to rest here, it doesn't matter, just fight to hold on for those 15 reps, okay? The time that you will lose in dropping the bar and resting and trying to recover before you pick it up, which you won't be able to do anyway, just fucking hold on to it and get them done, okay? That's where you're gonna save a whole lot of time. So rather than thinking, okay, well, I'll just, just get to the end and then worry about the end when I get there, know that you're gonna have to push the most there and manage the first 2 rounds accordingly, okay? So go before you want to. When you have an option at the end of this workout to get to the end or to rest, I want you just to focus on getting to that finish line. It will all be over soon if you can just get it done. That's your workout. I'm excited to see you guys on the leaderboard. Let me know how you go. I'm gonna send out that email with all the movements attached to it as well.